I was shot in the head on April 23rd, 2017, which marks my parents' 20th wedding anniversary. He put the gun to my head and he pulled the trigger, and it caused the bullet to enter the left side of my head and project out the right side of my skull. As a result of that, I was in a coma for 15 days. I had brain surgery. I had 7 blood transfusions. I had a 5% chance of survival. And my family was notified that if I survived, I would be in unresponsive state for the rest of my life. And when I came out of the coma, I was paralyzed from the neck down. And I didn't know what up, down, what left was. I didn't know the year. I didn't know anything. I had to relearn everything, and it was hard. One day I'm laying in my hospital bed and the medical team comes in. They told me, Nolan, they told my family as well, you're never gonna walk again. And I thought back to everything I wanted to do in my life. Run a marathon, graduate college, walk across the stage after I got my degree. 2 years, I worked hard every day. Despite being told I would never walk again, I got new physical therapists and they told me, I don't want you to practice standing. I don't want you to practice using your legs. I don't want you to do any of that. And with my social media following, I raised enough money to go to this place called NextStep. Instead of being told what I can't do, they were telling me that I can do anything if I put my mind to it and with the right attitude. And then they took the time to ask me what I wanted for myself and my bigger goals. And then they made a list of smaller goals to reach so I can accomplish the bigger picture that I wanted for myself in my life. They also offered all the equipment that no other gyms or therapies that I went to offered. The LT, for example, locomotor training, the consistency of walking, the aggressiveness, yet they still really cared about slow and controlled movements. Nobody else offered that. They offered guided exercise, which really helped make the mind-body connections that I needed to overcome my paralysis, especially my lower body extremities. Nobody else offered the guided exercise. Anything that I needed to make progress and move forward in my recovery, they were always there for me. Without NextStep, I would not be where I am in my recovery. No way. I would be still bedridden. And due to this quarantine, I've been really affected because the gyms are closed. The physical therapies, they're all closed. The pool that I go to for water therapy, closed. Everyone is closed. The great thing that NextStep did for me was that they created homework for me. I continued my recovery program even when they were closed. My recovery program was in my email. I got it, so I practiced it every day, all my therapies. And that's a service that nobody else offered me. All the therapies, every therapist's office, nobody ever offered to email me a homework sheet so I can keep up with my recovery even when the recovery center is closed. I love washing dishes. It's good occupational therapy. Let's see. And then I can sleep just like this.
Good night.
The quarantine is unfortunate. However, there's still opportunity to recover. And at the end of the day, it's all you. What you put into your recovery is what you'll get out of it. So I encourage you to give NextStep a chance and look them up at nextstepfitness.org.